Hiya, how are you? Welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. In this live stream, I'm going trophy hunting in Sonic Superstars. So sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. I'm just going to share the live stream, so give me a few moments. As I mentioned in the description of this live stream, getting the Plat is an absolute pain in this game. It's a trek, let me tell you. It's a grind as well, actually. But I actually managed to get one of the hardest trophies in the game, in my opinion. I'll talk about that now in just a moment. Just going to share the live stream. Mortal Kombat 1, I haven't checked yet, but when I got the platinum in that game, it had a 0.3% completion rate. But to be honest with you, I actually think getting the platinum in MK1 was alright, really, compared to the Plat in Sonic Superstars. So I'm actually going to call out the trophies I have so far. Actually, no, I'll call out the trophies I have left to get. Obviously, I have yet to get the Emerald Expert Platinum Trophy. Of course, you only get that by unlocking all trophies. I have yet to get the Buddy Bond. You need to clear a stage with a friend. Thankfully, you can just hook up a second controller and just get to the end of the stage. I have yet to get the Heroic Blue Blur. That's actually the trophy that I'm going to be starting with in the live stream. So you need to use Sonic's drop dash to defeat 100 enemies. You get to get Crimson Guardian, where you need to use Knuckles' Glide ability to defeat 100 enemies. I need to get Tender-Hearted Hammer Wielder. You need to use Amy's Hammer to defeat 100 enemies. You can see the trend there. Basically, the game's asking you to basically defeat 100 enemies, but every character's unique ability. You get to get Medal Master, collect 100 medals from bonus stages, and they need to be in bonus stages. It's not telling you to get 100 medals, it's telling you to get 100 medals only in the bonus stage. There's a hidden trophy as well, I didn't even see that. Use Trips double jump. Oh god, so this is another one. So you have to use Trips double jump to defeat 100 enemies, okay. It's a grind. But I'll tell you now, which trophy I actually got. I actually got one of the hardest. Oh, never mind, the game is going to pause there momentarily. I actually got what I think to be the hardest trophy. Again, what I believe to be the hardest trophy in the game. It's called Gold Enemy Hunter, where you need to defeat the gold enemies in all stages. I'll tell you exactly why that's actually so hard now in a second, right? That's ultra rare, by the way. That's got a 1.2% completion rate. I'll tell you why it's hard, because not only are these golden enemies in pretty much every stage in the game, including the Sonic stages, the Tails stages, the Knuckles stages, the Amy stages. Okay, that's not even the hard part. Haven't gotten to the hard part yet. Because obviously, like, you have to go into these stages and you have to find these enemies, and they're in pretty much every stage of the game. That's not the hard part though. The hard part is the fact that even if you do find and defeat the gold enemy, you need to get to the end of that stage without dying to actually keep the golden enemy. Which means that, let's say you find a gold enemy, defeat it, get to a boss, and die, you won't have that golden enemy. So imagine now, but you're thinking what I'm thinking, imagine getting to the final act of the game, the final boss of the game, right? And you've found the gold enemy and you've defeated it, and then you die. You got to do it all over again. So that's why I believe that was the hardest trophy in the game so far. So I feel like it's pretty relaxed now. I feel like the trophy hunting is a little bit more relaxed. I also got some of the other harder trophies in the game as well, like getting something like 10,000 coins. There was one, or not coins, but rings. Wrong game. There was another one as well where you needed to get, I think it was 600 rings in one of the fruit stages as well. So that was tough. So I feel like I've gotten two of the toughest trophies out of the way, so I can kind of relax a little bit now. So I don't know why Tails is picked. Tails has already gotten his trophy. So yeah, I just need to get. I reckon I'm very, very close to defeating 100 enemies with Sonic Spin Dash. Doesn't really matter what stage you choose, really, as long as you defeat 100 enemies with Sonic Spin Dash, then you get that trophy. But I just think, for the sake of ease, probably better just go to the first act of zone. Bridge Island Zone. Nice, as I always point out, a nice throwback to the Sega Master System version of Sonic, which was the version I first played. So I'm just going to go to Act 1 of Bridge Island Zone, and just, if you're wondering how to use Sonic Spin Dash, so I reckon probably a lot of people will be wondering what a spin dash is. I'm not sorry, drop dash. I don't know if I've been saying spin dash. If I have, I apologise. It's actually drop dash, because this is spin dash. If you like crouch and keep pressing X or circle on PlayStation, then that's spin dash. It's not spin dash you're looking for. It would be a lot easier if it was. But again, getting the plat in this game is a pain. A drop dash, basically what you do is you like press X once again on PlayStation, or you can press circle on PlayStation. But hold it again and you will do a drop dash. And you will know you're doing it if you hear the spinning sound effect, you know. But don't confuse it with a spin dash, right? You're not going to be crouching and continually pressing the jump button. It's not a spin dash you're looking for, it's a drop dash. So basically, like, I was going to talk you through it, so it's going to make more sense like when you're actually above an enemy. So, right? So what you want to do really is just jump, hold it down, boom. So jump, pressing X again on PlayStation, and holding it down then again. I'm sure people know how to use a drop dash. I'm just trying to be helpful to anyone who mightn't. Because you'd be surprised. Not everyone is as knowledgeable as we are. Some people might need additional, help, and that's okay. It's going to take too long to. Unfortunately, there's no counter to see how many times you've actually done the drop dash. sometimes in some games, when you're checking the trophy, sometimes there actually is like a kind of a progress meter. You can count how many times you've actually done it. That would, I mean, if there's one trophy that could benefit with that, it's just, you know what I mean? But unfortunately it isn't. You just have to, I don't know how close I am to 100, you know? I mean, if I was collecting 100 rings, it'd be obviously, you know, I would obviously have this trophy a lot quicker. Like if the trophy was collect 100 rings as Sonic, you know, I would have had it done in like less than a minute. But no, the trophy requirement is to perform a drop dash on 100 enemies. Now I can only hope that this actually is a spin dash, because if it isn't, I'm going to be really annoyed. Like, unfortunately you can't go to controls. Like there's no like, it's not like Sonic Frontiers where you can, you know, check your abilities and whatever. Like, there's not really much abilities in this game, so to speak. Imagine if it was actually one of these. Oh, stop, no. I'm just thinking, imagine if it was actually this. Oh, I don't think you need to know what the hell that is actually. You don't need to do anything. No, I don't think so. No, I was just thinking to myself there, why is the drop dash exclusive to like your chaos ability? I don't think that's the case. I don't know. I have to be close to 100 by now. I don't understand why the game didn't just... I don't understand how the trophy doesn't have a counter, like, progress system in place. Now I could have went into that bonus stage there to try to get some more medals and add it to the 100. Kind of like... just want to focus right now on getting 100 drop dashes. I'll keep one thing to say spin dash, you know. I think it's up to the developer, more than likely it's up to the developer to incorporate that feature into the trophies. Because I know that Spider-Man 2 with those trophies had a counter. A lot better. And then when you get to the end of the stage, I just restart it again. I don't think you need to complete the stage. I think it's just I think the game just keeps track of how many times you've actually defeated an enemy. It's not the same thing as finding and defeating the gold enemies. With that, you do actually have to get to the end of the stage and complete it. So I think with like defeating 100 enemies with Sonic's drop dash, I think it's just a matter of just doing it 100 times and you don't actually have to get to the end of the stage or anything. Because I didn't need to with Tails last night, so I wouldn't say so. I'm trying to think, is there any other... It didn't say like if it was specific to any, like, it didn't say like specific to main story or specific to story stages. So I'm thinking to myself, like, is there any way around it? Like, is there some bonus stages that have like a ton of enemies that I can just, you know, spam this like trophy? I can't think of any, to be honest. No. I have to be at least on 80. At the least, like, the least. But again, like with no progress mechanic on this trophy, it's just hard to tell. I feel like I have to be very close to getting 100, defeating 100 enemies for Sonic's drop dash by now, like. Apparently Sega expected this game to sell more than what it did. That fact is not going to take away my enjoyment of the game. It's not going to make me enjoy the game any less by hearing that. There's lots of games that don't meet the sales expectations of the company. It's always the case. Sonic has survived a lot worse over the years. I don't think he's going away anytime soon. I'd say timing would have played a part in that. I mean, hello, they decided to release it on the same week as a brand new 2D Mario game. Spider-Man 2 had already been out or coming out, I can't actually remember. There was a lot of games released around that time. So I think all those things will play a part as well. To be honest with you, like, sales, they're not important to me. Sega's a massive company. They're not exactly broke. They're not exactly in any financial issues. They're not exactly experiencing any financial issues. I don't think I have to worry about the sales of a game. Again, it's not going to make me enjoy the game any more or any less. So, yeah, these things, generally speaking, don't bother me too much. But I just came across it there on my socials the other day. But it's always an opportunity for people that don't like these games, that don't like Sega, that don't like Sonic, that don't like these kind of style of games, and just haters and toxic people. It's always an opportunity for those people to kind of hijack the situation and kind of, you know, this is the end of Sonic. It's not. You know, just like it isn't the end of these people, you know, continuing their hatred, you know, towards the game. Yeah. So Sonic will continue, and your hate will continue, and the life will go on. I'll be honest with you, I think at this stage of Sonic's life, I think they're actually starting to find themselves again. I think Sonic as a series, as a franchise, has been lost for a very, very long time. And I think Sonic is only, finding his feet again. You know, I mean, the franchise has two very successful, you know, movies under their belt, right? Which could be considered two of the best video game movies of all time. Like, video game movie adaptations are proven to be very good lately. I mean, there was a time where it was like, by default, they would just be crap. But no, there's been some very, very good, well received video game movies lately. So yeah, I mean, Sonic as a franchise has two very successful movies under the belt. Overall, Sonic Frontiers has went down quite well. It's shown a bright future for modern Sonic, you know, taking the series beyond 3D Sonic and into like open zone Sonic. And it's pretty much confirmed that like they're going to continue with that formula, and there's actually a new I think it has been confirmed. I don't know if it actually has been confirmed or not, but I don't know. I think it's a safe bet to say that there will be another 3D, another modern Sonic on the way. And as far as classic Sonic is concerned, because as Nintendo has shown and proven, you can actually like have, you can have like your 2D series and your modern series, especially your classic and modern series, coexist. Although I wouldn't really call Super Mario Wonder classic. That would have been like what New Super Mario Bros. Would have been all about. But Super Mario Wonder is just like so it's 2D basically. It's 2D. Not so much classic Mario, it's just 2D Mario. But nonetheless, like that game has shown that Nintendo can sell both like 2D and 3D, aka modern Mario games. And I think Sega are kind of realising that now as well, you know, and that they also realise they don't have to release games like Sonic Mania or Generations, which are games that just like rely primarily on nostalgia, like using old levels and bosses and soundtrack, you know, for the sell. They now know they can create this brand new Sonic experience like Superstars. And at the end of the day, like, I mean, it did get a Game of the Year. It did get a Game Awards nomination for this family game, although I wouldn't have put it up there. I wouldn't have put it in that category personally. I would have put it in some other category. You know, I just feel like, I just feel like that category just, downplays the game really. And it's usually one of those awards that's kind of get announced kind of like before a piss break, or even a lot of people would say it is a piss break, you know, like they just show like the categories on the screen and just casually announce the winner, and that's it. Like there's no like award ceremony, there's no speech, there's nothing, you know. So yeah, I mean, what can I say? The future for Sonic is brighter than it's ever been, and as I mentioned before, like, I mean, the series has had much darker days, you know, both in terms of, you know, critical response and sales. So this is nothing. Like, I mean, Sonic Superstars not meeting the sales expectations of Sega. That's nothing. That's not going to mean we're not going to see a sequel to Sonic Superstars. I would, if I was in Sega, okay, I would keep it so simple as going forward, basically, I'm not even joking, I would have Sonic Frontiers 2, Sonic Superstars 2. I mean, how is that any different to like Far Cry 2, 3, 4, 5? How is that any different to GTA, you know, 4, 5? You know, just put a number at the end of it. But like, people think that, like, what would be the difference if Sega did it? Every other company does it. It puts a number at the end of their franchise. What difference would it make? And people know, like, after playing Sonic Superstars, people know what kind of game Sonic Superstars is. People know what kind of game Sonic Frontiers is. So it's not like they have to kind of like, you know, continually rebrand these games. So I think Sonic has found its footing again. Like, it's found its place in the industry now. So I don't think it needs to continually reinvent itself. It has already reinvented itself, and this is where we are. You know, this is where Sonic is in 2023 and beyond. So yeah, I think Sonic Frontiers and Sonic Superstars is basically, that is what Sonic is now. And it's great. It's absolutely, it's great. You know, you have two styles of Sonic coexisting with each other. And that's what you really want, you know. I think it keeps everyone happy, because there's probably groups of gamers that will only play 2D Mario games, and there's probably groups of gamers that will only play 3D Mario, or Mario Sonic games, whatever, all the same thing. So I think by giving, you know, it's a bit like Call of Duty. I mean, sometimes Call of Duty will, you know, be developed by Infinity Ward, the next minute it'll be Sledgehammer or whatever. It's been a hell of a long time since I actually cared about a Call of Duty game, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of franchises that kind of go in and out of different kind of styles. I mean, like Call of Duty can have like, sometimes, you know, they'll go back to like the World War One, World War Two, kind of like D-Day type kind of settings, right? Other times they'll have like modern warfare, literally, in the title. Sometimes they can go like advanced warfare, like where it's like kind of in the future. Sometimes they can kind of take it like more of a darker kind of like sci-fi kind of Black Ops. So there's all different types of Call of Duty games out there. So with Mario and Sonic, you have 2D and 3D, like 3D slash modern. You can kind of call it you can kind of say like you can say like 2D or classic, and you could say 3D or modern. The thing with Sonic now is we really can't kind of just confine it to 3D anymore, because it's went beyond 3D into open zone now. Am I doing the right spin drop dash? Because it feels like I've done more than 100 by now. Like, do I have to hold down? What the hell is this drop dash in this game? Because it's not very... I don't even think it's actually in the controls. Let me just get to the end of this stage, right? Instead of restarting it, I'll just go back to the main menu, because I genuinely don't even know if I actually am doing a drop dash. It just feels like it should definitely be on 100 by now, like. But then again though, like, 100 can be a big number depending on the situation, like, you know. Like, how many enemies have I faced? Like, there's more rings obviously than there is of enemies. So getting 100 rings would obviously, as I mentioned earlier, would take far less time. Like, if there was a stage that literally had like 100 enemies in a row, that would be easier. You know, I could just spam that stage over and over again. Well, I actually can't think of a stage like that now, to be honest. I just keep going to the first level because I feel like it's the... Well, it obviously is the easiest, so I don't have to kind of worry as much. No, I feel like I definitely have done a drop dash on 100 enemies by now. Because I actually started with... See, this trophy is kind of like separated out into like Knuckles, Tails, Amy, Trip, and Sonic. It's basically like you're basically using every character's unique ability to defeat 100 enemies. So I started with Sonic's drop dash, right? And then I actually went to Tails. And I got Tails. I got the trophy with Tails much quicker. So, what's that about, like? I genuinely don't know. I looked up online a while back, right, to see exactly like what a drop dash was in Sonic Superstar. Like, how do you do? Okay, so I'm gonna go back out into the menu. I'm gonna go to the actual controls of the game, because I don't know for sure that I'm actually doing a drop dash. Don't even know. Like, there isn't even an option for controls. What the hell? This is options. This is options. We've got language, song, wireless controller, and licenses. Return to default. Reset to default. So that's literally what? That's actually bizarre. Story mode, trip story, last story, battle mode, time attack, legend store. Like, there's not even a button you can press to get like Sonic's control. It's like you just have to, you're expected to know what a drop dash is. That's bizarre. And it just says move and jump. You're expected to know what it is, like. Oh, what the hell, like. What if a drop dash is just landing on your opponent? That would make a difference, because I'm overthinking it, as I do with everything in life, to be honest. So no, I'm going to go into a random level. I'm just going to go into this level here. Because realistically speaking, it doesn't really matter what level you go into. You know, the objective is to defeat 100 enemies with a drop dash. So as long as you're doing that, it doesn't really matter. Oh wait, no, a second. I think the only real enemies in this game are the... I don't even know what to call them. They're like... Oh no, never mind. See, try to connect now. See, I don't even know if that was actually a drop dash. I don't know if I'm doing it properly, you know? I'd say realistic, I'm just going to have to watch a video of someone just doing it like in this... Yeah, just kind of... comparing what I'm doing with what they're doing. I wonder about the bubble count as an enemy, huh? As I mentioned earlier, it would definitely help if there was some kind of counter on the trophy. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if it's just total in the trophy description, 80 out of 100, you know? And give me an idea. Like, well, first of all, it will tell me if I'm actually doing it right. That would be the most important thing. I kind of got that out. Ah, okay, never mind. I'm just going to use this. Not the most ideal stage. So it actually does kind of matter, and it actually does kind of matter in a way then which stage you actually choose for this, because there'll be some stages that just won't have the either like required amount of enemies to kind of make it quicker. Because I mean, if you keep spamming the first level, you're going to find an enemy. Like, you're going to find multiple enemies. So keep spamming the first level, you're guaranteed to get a good amount of enemies to defeat. So again, the point of this trophy, if anyone is just tuning in right now, is to defeat 100 enemies with Sonic's drop dash. Things I don't know if I'm actually doing a drop dash, or if I'm actually doing it right. So annoying, those enemies. Okay. I'm actually just going to go back to the first zone. There's a lot more enemies in that zone. It's just quicker. So now one thing as well with this game is the fact that you have to manually travel your way from zone to zone. You can't just, like, as far as I know, you can't. There's no option to just like select which zone you want to go to. Like, it's manual, so if you're all the way at the 11th and final zone, you literally have to manually like travel your way back here. So I think it's a bit ridiculous, really. Alright, so back into the first act of the first zone, Bridge Island zone. I think in a second I'm going to actually watch, what's the name of the trophy, just so I can refer to it better. Heroic Blue Blur. Alright. Again, if I go into this now, there's no way, there's no hints, there's no progress. You can't see how many drop dashes you've done so far. It just says the details are use Sonic's drop dash to defeat 100 enemies. That's the official description. It's a bronze trophy. Its rarity is ultra rare. 1.8% of players earned Sonic Superstars trophy set. There's nothing else. Go into options. It just says pin trophy. Reveal all. That will just show information for all hidden trophies, and you can view all trophies. So there's nothing here to show me, you know, what the fuck a drop dash actually is and how many enemies I have defeated with whatever the hell drop dash actually is. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get to the end of this stage again, and then I'm just going to just type in on YouTube heroic blue blur trophy. Just watch somebody do it, or at least talk about it. How about you, Gilbert? What is your chat empty? I'm not sure, man, but you're in it, so it ain't empty. How are you doing, Gilbert? You're very welcome to Green Hill Gaming for my live stream of Sonic Superstars, where I am hunting for trophies. One of the trophies that I'm hunting for right now is called Heroic Blue Blur. I need to defeat 100 enemies using Sonic's drop dash. I don't even know if I'm actually doing it right, to be honest. It's just one of those annoying trophies, like, where you just don't know how you're progressing. You don't know if you're doing it right, like. I mean, I definitely got like 30 at least in this stream, so like I'm adding that up like with my previous playthroughs. It could be a glitch trophy as well, like. We all know about glitch trophies, you know. They're a pain in the ass. I don't know why Sega decided to be so grindy with the platinum, like. That's supposed to be fun. They want to think about trophies as well for game developers. It's a way to get their players to just keep playing their games. You know, they don't want people to play the game for like a couple of hours, put it down and never play it again. You know, they want people engaging with the game. You know, they want people talking about it more, so maybe they'll kind of end up like recommending it to their family and friends. So if they can like put in trophies that force the player to like play the game like 100%, and even after they've done that, like kind of go back and, you know, do what I'm doing right now, which is defeating 100 enemies with a drop dash. It's their way of actually forcing people. I'm not saying that in a bad way, by the way. I'm not saying that in a bad way, by the way. I'm just saying that's why they do it, like, you know. Some developers just kind of take a more of a laid-back approach to trophies, which is kind of like, you know, more or less just follow the rhythm of the game anyway. I think Spider-Man 2 is the perfect example of that. Like, I mean, you don't have to do anything too crazy in Spider-Man 2 to get platinum, you know, or even Mortal Kombat 1 for that matter. It's just, you're basically just playing the game. And there's nothing like specific. Maybe a couple of trophies that say, like, you know, defeat a certain amount of enemies using this ability, but you will be doing that anyway because there's crimes in the city, you know, and you know the whole point of that game is you're battling, even outside of like side stuff. Like there's story you're going to be fighting enemies as well. So that's nothing too specific. But in Sonic Superstar, I was like, I don't know, I find that they're a bit too specific, you know. Like, you're not going to be using your drop dash all that much. You might even know you even have a drop dash in the game. So just, yeah, it's just, I feel like it's a very specific trophy. Christ. Yeah, I'm going to go to the main menu. Well, world map anyway, and I'm just going to go away from the live chat there for a second. I'll still be here, I'll still be in stream. Just want to find out what the story is with this trophy. So heroic blue blur. Easy Heroic Blur Trophy. Oh, interesting, okay. Oh! Oh, that actually is easy. That actually is easy. But the thing is, I still don't know if I'm actually doing spin dash or drop dash. Well, he drops all them. I don't even know what that is. Is that a boss? Yeah, so it's Lagoon World 5 Act 1. And I think it's the first boss. Yeah. And what he's doing is he's waiting for the boss to like drop a load of these robots on the screen, and he goes all the way to the end and then just defeats them all in one go. Oh, someone said how to do the drop dash. Nobody's answered it yet. But it looks like I'm doing it right though. It does look like I'm doing the drop dash correctly. Gonna watch it again then, I'll just be on the safe side. Alright, so he jumps. Yeah, I'm definitely doing it right. Well, thank you for that. I'm going to subscribe to your channel just for that, actually. Right, so it's Lagoon City.
When you sign up to be
Act 1. Alright. So that's exactly, like, what he's doing there now is exactly what I was kind of hoping for, was a stage that had, like, a lot of enemies that you could just, like, spam. That's good now. Yeah, that is good. That is good. There probably is a stage that you can kind of do that with the rest of them, because I have to do with Amy, Knuckles, and Trip as well. Again, it's such a specific trophy. God, look. I think Knuckles is kind of the same, better actually, I think. You know, I have to get to the end of their level. And I don't like water stages. Although to be fair, I think Sonic Superstars is probably one of the most like relaxing water stages of the entire series. Sonic. And it kind of helps as well that you have. Can I say one thing as well about the 3D audio in this specific stage of the game? It is actually top notch. Just the noise of the barrels dropping, it's hard to describe, but the 3D audio just comes into play like in a fantastic way. I just want to check something there, be right back. Yeah, good use of 3D audio. It's not something you would expect. It's not something you would expect to be saying about a game like Sonic Superstars, but yeah, it actually does use 3D audio in a very good way. I feel like overall, I don't think all developers utilize these like unique abilities of PS5, like 3D audio and even like haptics as well. There is games that do take advantage of them, absolutely, but not all of them. You know, some developers are like that. They're just too much of a traditionalist. There's too much kind of, they play it too safe, you know. It always happens with Nintendo, of course. Like Nintendo will introduce forms of innovation, and most of the time it's just Nintendo that actually utilise the innovation. And that's what's happening with the PS5, if you ask me. I think it's just mostly Sony and PS Studios that actually care about the like things like 3D audio and haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, which is a pity, like, because there's a lot of great games out there from third parties that could really utilise these features. But yeah, that's generally what tends to happen, is that the developers just don't care about innovations, like whatever, you know. More interested in making their super realistic open world games, and they are utilising innovation, but there we go. And it's the fans in it make me laugh, because the fans in it like, oh, we don't care about innovation. Sometimes they'll say that, you know, we don't care about that, we don't care about that, we don't care about that, we want the same. But then you give them the same and they're saying, oh, we want something different. So it's kind of like a weird one, really, you know. Alright, so keep spamming this, and Come on now, like. I think my trophy is glitched. I'm convinced the trophy is glitched. I mean, it has to be glitched. The hell? I know I was saying earlier that you don't actually have to complete the stage to get it, but maybe you do. But that wouldn't make any sense. No. That wouldn't make any sense. Now I'll just keep doing this until 1:45, which is 15 minutes in case you're wondering. And see what happens. Oh, fuck. That's gotta be 100 by now, and that's like, I don't mean 100 with these enemies. I mean, I have been defeating other enemies on the past games as well. Okay, that's crazy. The trophy is glitched. The trophy is glitched. It's one of those glitched trophies. It has to be, surely. Wait. I'm confused now. Yeah. Okay. Am I doing it right? Like, am I doing the spin dash right? Like, somebody left a comment on this guy's channel to show this way of doing it and said how to do a spin dash. I don't think he's the only person that's asking that question. I think everyone is asking that question. How the hell do you actually do a drop dash? Because I don't really know if I'm doing it right. That is definitely like... I feel like in the last like 2 minutes of doing this, I've gotten at least 50. How many is that dropping down here now? There's at least 10 there. More. So if I do this 10 more times, that's 100. I can count. 10 tens are 100. So, I'm not in the mood now for a glitch trophy, so if it doesn't work by 1:45, again, which is like less than 15 minutes, I'm just gonna end the live stream there because I don't have the patience. Is that spin dash in one go, or does it stop? Like, is it like? I think it only works for like 1 or 2 enemies. I don't think it actually goes into a full spin dash. Like, I actually don't know, and this is annoying me. No, seriously. So I'm gonna add up the sound effect. So I think that's 2. There, please. Lads. Wait, do I have notifications turned off? As in like trophy notifications turned off when I'm actually streaming? I don't think so. I don't think so, no. I don't think so. I really feel like this trophy is glitched. What if I'm gonna watch him again because maybe I actually am doing it wrong. Maybe you have to drop down on top of them. No, he goes all the way to the right, jumps. No, he's doing exactly the same thing I'm doing. He is doing exactly the same thing that I'm doing. He's doing no. Tom Kirby, how are you? Hi. Are you speaking English? I think I am. Am I? I am. Just to confirm, Mr. Kirby. I am indeed. Mr. Kirby, you are very welcome to Green Hill Gaming. Welcome to my Sonic Superstars live stream where I am trophy hunting. Right now at the moment I'm trying to get a trophy called Heroic Blur. I need to defeat 100 enemies using Sonic's drop dash. I don't know if I'm actually doing it right. I feel like it's taking way too long. I feel like it could be actually glitched. I feel like it could be a weird situation where maybe you do actually have to defeat the boss to get to the end of the level to do it, but that wouldn't make any sense because I did this with Tails' aerial attack. Like there's a trophy where you need to defeat 100 enemies with Tails' aerial attack, so I don't know what the difference would be. Because someone please like try to do their best to count how many enemies are on the screen. If I had photo mode, it'd be great, wouldn't it? So I'm going to count. I'm not going to defeat them. I'm going to count them. I'm going to count how many enemies there. There's definitely there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like I don't know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's definitely 10. There's definitely 10 there. There's at least 10 enemies that he drops down there in total. That's cool. So you know what I'm going to do now? Well, only one ring left, so it's a bit hard. I was going to say, I'm going to try to... See? With Tails and with the trophy of defeating 100 enemies using Tails' aerial attacks, I didn't have to complete the stage. It was just once I got 100 enemies defeated, the trophy popped. So I don't see why Sonic would be any different. Like, it didn't say like defeat 100 enemies using Sonic's spin dash on a stage. It said just in general. So why is it taking so long, like? Ah, care. Like this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It is glitched, I tell you, glitched. Okay, you know what? No. I'm actually going to try to defeat the thing because I don't know, will that help? No, I don't think so. Oh, do it. Oh, yeah, do you know what? I'm actually beyond confused. No, I think it was the getting 10,000 rings, right? I got 10,000 rings as soon as I completed the stage. So I want to see if that actually helps. what I want everywhere the trophy is. Designed or glitch? We'll soon find out there now. No. And I was thinking that because it wouldn't make any sense. I'm going to try this one more time. Like that is definitely a drop dash. What I'm doing is a drop dash. There's no denying it. Like there's no other way to do a drop dash. What if it's like circle? What if you have to press circle? What if it actually is a different button that you have to press? But there's no controls in this game. There's absolutely no controls in this game. It just says move with the left analog stick, X to jump, R to select emerald power, square to activate emerald power. Bring back manuals. Not sick. I don't care what they made out of. Make them all recycled material if you want to protect the planet or some shit, you know. So bring back days of being able to look at a manual and, you know, if you're ever confused about how to play a game, you know, you can refer to that manual. Nice. Oh my god. Like when I was using tails, right, I got 100 enemies a lot quicker. I wasn't obviously using this now. You wouldn't be able to with tails anyway, because the point is, like, it doesn't add up that it would take this long. There's no way it would take this long. It's a perfect glitch. I keep saying it. I don't know why I keep saying it, expecting it to change. It is glitch. So, I mean, another few minutes now. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was good. Better late than never. You know what? I'm happy enough with that. I just, yeah. One trophy at a time, I suppose. Yeah, I'm happy enough with that. Thank you for watching. This, for me, shortish enough live stream. Normally I do like well over an hour, but I'm happy enough with this progress now, to be honest with you. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time on Green Hill Gaming.